y'all, it's Katie and welcome back to KateMas. Today we are going to be talking about my 2019 beauty fails. These were the most epic products that stood out to me that I tried throughout the years, but they stood out for the wrong reasons because they just really either in my opinion, were really bad products or just didn't work for me and my preferences, whatever the case may be. So yeah, we are going to be diving into talking about just some really bad products. I do want to throw out a bit of a disclaimer if I look a little all over the place or just seem all over the place in this video. My little guy is sick. He's got the stomach bug, so I'm trying to fit this video in today while he is sleeping. I have no idea how long he'll be sleeping, but hopefully he'll sleep long enough for me to get this video filmed. And yeah, I tried doing my makeup this morning while taking care of him, so it was very touch and go. So if anything looks a little unblended, a little funky, it's probably because it was interesting trying to do your makeup and then also catch barf at the same time. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to throw that out there if this video seems a little like I'm a little distracted. It's the final video that I'm filming for KateMas. After this, I'll just be editing and uploading from here on out till Christmas. I have less than a week to go, and I just wanted to get this video filmed and done so that I can take care of him and not have to worry about recording anymore until the baby arrives, and hopefully he gets better, because yeah, you don't want to have the stomach bug in your house when you're bringing a newborn home. So anyway, my day is a little crazy. How's yours? At the time of you guys seeing this, hopefully he'll be all better by now because this should be going up Christmas Eve. But anyway, let's go ahead and just hop right into the video. Okay, so first off, a big fail for me personally was the Smith 256 brush. Do I have that? Yes, I have that clean here. I purchased this as, I think it was one of the most expensive brushes I'd ever purchased. And I bought it because I thought it'd be a neat brush to use to do eye swatches with, because as you can see, it's flat, so it's good for packing on, but it kind of came to a point and was a little bit fluffy around here, so I thought it could pack on matte shadows and then also blend them up into the crease really nicely, so I could have just a one and done brush to use for eye swatches. So I spent the money on it and finally purchased it. I was looking at so many different Smith brushes, so many different high-end brushes. Finally decided on this one because I'd heard good things about this Smith brushes, Smith Cosmetics, whatever their brand name is, and I don't like it. The biggest reason being that it comes to a point, yeah, but the point hurts. Like, the bristles don't feel nice to me, especially considering how much I paid for this. I want to say it's like $25, $35. It's an expensive little brush here, and the bristles feel, in my opinion, the same as like applying this brush, which is an e.l.f. $2 eyeshadow brush. So I just couldn't get down with the fact that like the bristles just kind of both feel the same, and I paid way less for this and a whole lot more for this. So yeah, I don't use it often because, like I said, when I'm packing shadows onto my lid, it kind of hurts. If I use the point to really blend in, I just feel like it's kind of pokey and it hurts. So it's a brush that I feel like I just get no use out of. And I spent a lot of money on it, so that just right there hurts a lot whenever I think about how much this cost and how little I use it and how I just totally don't enjoy it. Next up, I tried the Urban Decay Moondust Liquid Shadows. Now, I will say I bought this at Ulta when they were having a sale, so maybe I bought a really bad one in that it was going bad, drying out, it was too old, but I bought it at Ulta. I tried it a handful of times, I think 2, 3, 4 times, I can't remember, but I tried it out in March. And it was so bad. Like, you would put it on and it was so thick, it would dry down, but then as you blink throughout the day, it would start to break up and flake off on your face throughout the day. It was a terrible product, and I honestly forgot about this. Oh, I forgot. I need to scoot over. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. And I'm also sorry I'm a little bit closer. My computer is refusing to sync with the Canon EOS like system that I use for my monitor, so I'm having to like reach up and autofocus you. It's just not my day today. But anyway, I forgot about this until I was rewatching my favorites and fails videos, and I had mentioned this. I went and returned it after I tried to use it a couple times. It was so bad. I don't remember it applying badly, but once you got it on your eyes, it just was terrible when it came to like wear time and longevity. Flake City, it just would fall all over the place. Not pretty. No, I don't recommend it. Okay, so this is also not really makeup, but do you guys remember me reviewing the Ulta phone ring? I meant to look and see if they still have this on their site, but it was a little, kind of like a pop socket, except that instead of a little pop socket, they had like a little piece of metal that stuck out and you could stick your finger through it. And I bought that because I was like, oh, that's really neat. It was like $8 or $10, and I was like, ah, that can go towards my platinum diamond status. I'm always looking for, you know, ways to spend something I would have spent somewhere else at Ulta and be able to help meet that that level each year. So I bought it there. I think, like I said, $8, $10. I think it was cheaper or around the same price as a pop socket, but it broke like within 2 months. It just fell apart. You can check out that video. I'll try to leave all the reviews I did for these products linked down below if you guys want more info, because I know I'm going very quickly and just giving you guys the rough spiel or the quick spiel of what I thought about these products. But yeah, that was such a bad product. I could not believe how quickly it fell apart, and like I said, I should have looked and see if they even sell it. If they do, they shouldn't, and I don't recommend you buy it because it's a waste of money. Next up was the Flower Beauty Pop Fanatic little eyeshadows. I bought the yellow one. That's the only one I have any experience with because it looks so vibrant and beautiful, and I was like, ooh, that could be a really fun, colorful type of base. And I bought it with the Sun's Blazing palette at the same time. This little palette right here, so I thought that would help these yellows really pop, create a lot of really fun looks, and just be a good kind of base whenever I wanted to cut, crease, and put some yellow on top. A yellow base is the way to go, so I was like, ooh, let's try that out. It was terrible. I tried it as a liner. Terrible. It was very patchy, very sheer, didn't go on evenly. And I tried it on my eyelid. It was very, very sheer if you wanted to make it smooth, and if you wanted to really build up the color, then it was very patchy and thick and cakey, and wear time wasn't good. I think they promoted it as being a product you could either put shadow on top of or just wear by yourself, like you just apply that and you don't have to set it and go. It was crease city on me if I didn't set it, so there were so many ways I tried this product out, and each way I did, it was just fail, fail, fail. I think I even tried to put in my waterline. The wateriest yellow you could ever imagine. Did not like it, do not recommend that. I do not see this anywhere, so maybe this is already kind of quietly died out, but do you guys remember the Physicians Formula Matte Lacquer Liner? It was kind of like the drugstore dupe for the Benefit Push-Up Liner, or their Real Push-Up Liner, whatever it's called. It was just as bad as I heard everyone complain about the Benefit one, so I don't know why Physicians Formula wanted to come out with a product that was exactly the same and so bad. Like, I was hoping they would improve upon it in some aspect to make it better than the Benefit and make it, you know, a better dupe, but no, it's just as bad. So if you don't mind the Benefit one being so difficult to use, so like such a thick gel, but it's really hard to like push up and just get a little bit. If you're someone who likes a very fuzzy, not clean, not even, not sharp wing liner, then maybe you could check out the Physicians Formula one because they have a good dupe for the Benefit and you could save some money that way. But yeah, I did not like that. I think I remember liking it for my waterline, but that's like trying to make life harder for yourself. I'd rather just grab a gel pen and do it instead of having this fancy twist up, push up gel liner that I have to twist up, get the perfect amount on it, and then apply it to my waterline. It was just overall a very gimmicky product, and I could have included it in the products made just because of social media, because I feel like this product was kind of made to be something new and different and make your makeup life easier, but it just made it a lot harder. It made for some good videos of people demoing it and trying their best to make it work, but oh my goodness, it wasn't practical at all in real life. Next up, I feel like from here on out, you guys are probably going to be kind of familiar with these because I took a break over the summer, so all of the ones I've spoken of so far have been the fails from the beginning of the year, and then I didn't do much of any blogging for like 3, 4, 5 months. I forget how long of a break I took from YouTube. And then the rest of the fails that I'm going to talk about are ones that I have reviewed in the past 3, 4 months. Or I guess, yeah, 3, 4 months. Anyway, so the 100% Pure Mascara. I got this in my Kinder Beauty subscription box. It was the only box that I got from them, but they're a new subscription service that launched this year, I believe, if I remember correctly, but they are a clean and cruelty-free beauty subscription service, and they included the 100% Pure Mascara in it. I think it was like Maracuja oil mascara or something like that. It's this one right here, and I did not like it at all. Not only did it not do anything for my lashes, which I can't really fault the product because I feel like 100% Pure in general is a very like natural beauty, no makeup kind of looking brand, which I am not. So when it didn't give me much in the way of like length and volume and definition, it just really tinted my lashes. I was like, okay, that's kind of just on brand for this brand, but it flakes as you're applying them to your lashes, and then it flakes throughout the day so badly. Like, I have never had a mascara where I go to apply it and I am getting flakes just flying around my face as I'm putting them on. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, who has time for this? No thank you. Next up, I tried the Makeup Revolution Aqua Seal. I tried this because I'd seen it so many times at Ulta, and it always intrigued me because it was promoted as a kind of glitter glue sealant that you could apply under or over your eye makeup to prevent creasing, prevent transfer, and that sort of thing with your eyeshadows. And so I thought it'd be a really nice product to be able to pat onto, like when I do a half cut crease and I have a really shimmery or metallic shade on my lid, I could pat it over on top and really seal in that shimmer so it didn't transfer up into my crease and all that throughout the day. So I thought, like, the concept of it, I was very intrigued and I had such high hopes for it, but it failed miserably in that aspect because if you try to tap that, it's like water for starters, so you're trying to just get a little bit so you don't, you know, mess up your eyeshadow was near impossible. And if you tapped more than like once over a spot, it would just pick up the shadow or move it around. It would get it wet basically and therefore ruin your eye look, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. But I figured that they had done something special since they were promoting it as something you could tap on top of your shadow. But no, it's just like, you know, what you would expect would happen if you took a drop of water and then patted it over your eye look. It messed it up, so that didn't work. I tried it as just an eyeshadow primer underneath. That doesn't work very well either. Depending on the type of eyeshadow I use, I would get fading or creasing, so that didn't work. And then trying to do it as like a cut crease, it didn't do anything. Like, get the NBA, whatever glitter foil line, this little guy here, oops, get this. This does so much more. Literally, that Makeup Revolution Aqua Seal performed, and just seemed like I was putting water on my eyelid. No point to it. Another product from Makeup Revolution, I tried a lot for Makeup Revolution. I like a lot of products for Makeup Revolution, but these two, no, 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 no. It is the Cut Crease Canvas, the white shade specifically. I got this because, for one, people were saying it was really nice for cutting creases. It's promoted as cutting the crease, and then I thought a white base would be really good to make the cut crease and whatever shimmer I put on top really pop. But this is the like most difficult white I've ever had to work with. Like, if you put it on, for starters, you can't use their brush because it puts too much. But if you put it on and use a brush to try to like blend it out, it gets really kind of streaky with the brush. Like, it's very uneven. So if you spend the time to make sure you have an even base, because that's important when you want to put something on top. If you have a very kind of patchy, thick in some places, sheer in other places base, and you put eyeshadow on top, you're going to see that, especially if you have a matte eyeshadow that you're putting on top, but you're going to see that. So I found that to get it to be very smooth, I had to basically sheer it out to almost nothing, which kind of defeated the purpose of the white and kind of didn't make it pop. Like, I could just as well use my Supersize Conceal and Define for Makeup Revolution. This is what I use for cut creases, and it's even easier to work with than this guy here, because with it being white and just the formula it is, it's so hard to get it to be a smooth base. I felt like anytime I used this, it would look very patchy and sheer and just an off-white color. I don't know, I don't like it. I've seen some people have other shades in it and say they like it, so maybe just something about that white cut crease canvas really just does not work, but I'm kind of scared to try any other type of white concealer base or something like that for a cut crease, because I had such a bad experience with that cut crease canvas. Maybe I'll try the lightest shade in here and see, because I do like this formula. And again, I think it's something just about this formula. I did not like it, do not enjoy working with it, and it was just a major fail for me this past year. So I also tried a couple products from Avon. One stood out to me as being like one of the worst products that I tried from this past year, so I had to include it in the list, and it is the Avon 2-in-1 Lip Tattoo. They promoted this as kind of like a lip stain type of product, and I had high hopes because being a mom and just going through this time where I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup over the summer, I thought it'd be nice to just be able to put a type of lip stain on my lips and just lightly tint them, but it stains it so then I don't have to worry about it throughout the day and it'll hold up. These did not work at all. They were so bad. For starters, if you had any kind of dryness to your lips, any kind of flaking, the color would go underneath the flakes or the dry patches and tint those areas darker than the other areas of your skin. It was very uneven in the way that it tinted your lips. Some areas would be darker. Even on the days I felt like my lips overall weren't too bad, it was very uneven. Some would be darker, some would be lighter. That wasn't cute, and no matter how often I went over it, it was just very hard to build up because it was such a watery stain type of formula. It just didn't really want to build up at all. So that right there was very annoying. But then on top of that, it didn't last through like drinking water. Like you would think, since it's a lip tattoo, like there's some kind of, you know, staying power there. Oh no, like after drinking some water throughout the day, within an hour I'd look and it'd be mostly all gone from my lips. So I was just like, okay. And then on top of all that, the application, the way you put it on your lips was very difficult. One end, like I like the idea because that was kind of like a felt tip that you'd use to draw on your wing liner, like a liquid liner pen. It had that to it. So it made, you know, like tracing and outlining your lips very easy. But the other side was a very hard, tiny, nubby, very small type of, I don't even know, felt tip, but it wasn't as soft as the other felt tip. It was very weird, very small, and it was just so hard to get product to seep onto it enough to apply that I found I would do my bottom lip, and by the time I went to my top lip or vice versa, there was hardly any product coming off, and I'd have to like close it and shake it and bang it and just spend so much time to try to get more product to get onto that tiny little felt. It was just weird all around. So many ways that I just really didn't like that product. So yeah, like I said, so many ways I didn't like that product. It had to make it onto the worst makeup that I tried in 2019. I also tried the Derma E BB Cream, and I really had high hopes for this because I've tried some Derma E products in the past, you know, mostly skincare because that's what they have. And so I was excited to see them coming out with some type of makeup product, and especially BB Cream, because over the summer I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup. And as I was slowly getting back into makeup, I didn't want to, you know, just cake on a lot. I kind of wanted to take it slow and easy. So I thought it would be a great product to have, and I really did not like it. Oh my goodness. I don't know how anyone could make that product work. Like, it was such a weird product, and I showed it in my review of it, and I'll have that link down below if you want to go see. But when you go and apply it, like you're rubbing it into your face, whether you have fingers, brush, sponge, and even if you would only take one section of your face at a time, you would go to blend it in or blend it in with your fingers, and by the time you did like 1, 2, it would almost like instantly dry on your face, and then any more would create streaking and almost like it was removing the product off your face. It was so odd, but like it dried too fast. There was no way you could actually blend it out into your skin that quickly. So I don't know. I tried a couple different ways. Each and every time I had to totally remove my face makeup because it left it so streaky and odd looking, and it just tinted it weird. It was not pretty. Like I said, I never wore that out. Like every time I tried to make it work, I would have to go wash my face. So I have no idea what the longevity might be like because I couldn't even get it to go on my skin nicely. That's how bad it was. So I don't know if you got this to work, if you tried it and enjoyed it, let me know how you made this work. Because like I said, I couldn't even get it to go onto my face nicely, let alone leave the makeup table. So I don't know how anyone makes that product work. It was just so bad. And last up, I had to include it. This is the Ulta Glitter Creams. I purchased 2 of them. They were in such fun colors. One was like pinky, but the other one was a really fun silver disco multi-glitter type of shade. It was so beautiful. It looked amazing on camera, but oh my goodness, it was a terrible product. I think the way I described it in my review was that it was almost like a liquid, like the binder agents for the glitter was like a liquid that evaporated as it dried, so that like you apply it on your eyes, it's looking great, it's acting like a steel and glittering glows, it's just so intensely beautiful and glittery and gorgeous on your eyes, and then within an hour after it's really dried down and set, it just starts to flake everywhere and fall, and if you try to like brush a flake away, you will brush all of the glitter off your eye. That's what happened the first time that's what happened to me the first time I used it. Like there was a bunch of flakes just kind of falling on my lashes, but then also just sticking up on my eyelid just from opening and shutting my eyes. So I went to like kind of scrape some of it off so it didn't look so weird, and all the glitter just fell. Almost like a sheet, like it was just gone from my eye, and I was just like, oh shoot. So I tried it a couple different ways. I tried it like with glitter glue underneath. I tried to apply it very lightly. The glitter just didn't want to stick. There was something about that product that just didn't have enough of a binding agent so that once it dried and set on your eyes, it would stay on your eyelids as you blinked throughout the day, you know, squinted or whatever. If you did anything like that, they just fell off your face. And so there was no point to that product, and I was so bummed that it was such a fail. I had high hopes for it. It was so beautiful, like I said, but I am never putting that on my eyes again because it won't last past leaving your makeup table and taking a couple blinks before it just starts falling everywhere, and who has time for that? Okay, so there you have it. Those are my worst in beauty for 2019. I pray I was in focus throughout this video. It's been a hot mess express, but we made it to the end. I feel like this is fitting to be my last video and to be such a rough one to film when we're talking about the worst products that I tried from this past year, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and just enjoyed taking a trip down memory lane and talking about some of the products that I tried this past year. Let me know down below what was the worst products you tried this year. I would love to hear. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to have my best in beauty for 2019. We'll end on a positive note for this KateMas. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.